The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Emma, and welcome to the first of many 15-minute mini webinars. And this one in particular is the Get Shit Done mini webinar. And I welcome you all for listening in and taking part. So thank you very much. Now, I'll get straight into it, to be honest. I know that we've got 15 minutes, so I'm conscious of the time. But the purpose of this webinar is because you've already got a mailing list, i.e. a list of emails, and you're not sure what to do with them. So perhaps you've been in business for a little while and you've been collecting emails, which is a great thing to do, and you've got this pile of business cards, or perhaps you've gone the next step and popped that on an Excel spreadsheet and you've got all these emails and names and contact details, but you haven't yet done anything. That is totally okay. At least you've got something to work with. Just as a little tip, when you do meet somebody, write on the business card who they are, or try and remember who they are, and send them an email saying, "Hi, thanks for that," or "Thanks for the meeting. Lovely chatting to you. Here's that thing that maybe you were talking about. Would you mind if I popped you on my mailing list?" And send it out as a matter of a process. So when you've met them, get your business card, pop it in there, do the email to them, thank them, and go from there. The reason I'm saying that is it's a really good habit to get into, so you don't have a big, massive list of emails to manually input into an Excel spreadsheet, or a big pile of cards to go through. And you've already asked permission that they can go on your mailing list, because it's really super important to ask that, and it's actually really good manners. So you've got your pile of cards or your Excel spreadsheet, or look, I get somebody to put them into a spreadsheet for me because I don't want to sit there typing them in myself. So I'll get my PA, my virtual PA, to do that for me. And but then what? What do you do with the list of emails? Well, there's a number of things you can do. And I suggest using some sort of mail client. Now, I'm a big fan of MailChimp. So if you've seen any of my stuff, I currently use MailChimp I use it as a CRM as well, which is a customer relationship management tool. But I also use it for contacting my database, and also for automation, which could be another theme for another webinar. But I use MailChimp. Look, there's a few. There's Infusionsoft. Oh my gosh, there's so many. And look, you probably have to pay. You get what you pay for, I reckon. But I pay about $20 for MailChimp, and I find it suits me just fine. So pop all your details onto MailChimp, for example. And certainly if you go with that one, you'll see lots of free stuff that I'll do for that, because it's one of my little joys. And start sending emails out. Now, what do you send? So you got an email list, you don't know what to do with it. You give value. So I'm a massive believer in the fact that if you just give value, give value, give value, give till the cows come home, you will get back. Now, I'm not saying give every single morsel of your being, because that's a little draining. And why would they come and buy from you if you've given them everything that you've got? On one hand, I can see the point where if you give them a lot, then it makes you step up a little bit and learn some more, which is, I do tend to do that a little bit. But if you give, you get back. And if you give consistently, you get back. What can you give them? Well, you can give them information that they can get themselves, but you're doing it from your angle. So I know there are some coaches listening. Please use what you know, tell people about it, and they will get to know your style and then perhaps hire you. So I do things like free videos, downloadables, some mini ebooks. Gosh, I've done so many little bits and pieces over the years, recordings, free courses, done heaps of little things, so much so I've got an 8-week autoresponder now. When someone goes onto my main database, they automatically get 8 weeks worth of content sent to them, and it's all value. I know that they enjoy the value because I can see that they're clicking on things. It's another really cool thing about MailChimp is you can see what they're clicking on. But use MailChimp, start sending out to them and give value. If you don't know what to give them, give me a bell and we'll have a brainstorm. I'm sure you're an expert in something, and what could you give them as some value? As I've said, set up the email system, start communicating, even if you're not ready to. So we can wait and go, oh, I haven't got enough stuff, or I'm not ready. It doesn't matter. Just start. Just start sending stuff now and start doing it regularly. So set yourself up, say every second Friday, I'm going to send an email out. It could be an email going, hey, hi, how's things going? Just touching base. Or it could be, I'm just, saying how great winter is and how good it is for exercising because you can get sweaty and nobody can notice. Whatever it is, give them some value and regularly and consistently touch base with them, even if you're not ready to. Because what will happen is if you wait for the right moment, it'll never happen. And then you'll get an email. You'll send an email out and they'll be like, who's that person? And you've met them 2 years ago, but you never bothered to put their email into your system or do anything with it. And they'll unsubscribe and then you'll have no one there anyway. So start doing it. Do it in conjunction with social media, link it all up and start communicating. If anything, it gives you practice. Just a tip, if people unsubscribe, don't take it personally. It happens all the time. I have a bit of a game with myself now to see how many people unsubscribe by the time I've sent a campaign out. So it's normal. People sometimes just don't want to get emails. It's totally okay. Set yourself some goals. Put some time frames on it as well. So yeah, you could just do a weekly email. You could do a monthly email. I'm not a big fan of people who do them daily. I think it's just spammy, and I think people will unsubscribe quite a bit. So set yourself some kind of schedule, or say, I'm going to do 10 emails in the months of September and October, and schedule them out and do them. The great thing about MailChimp and a lot of other mail clients is that you can schedule them in. So you could be doing it at midnight and schedule it out from Monday morning at 10 o'clock, and it looks like you're working, yet you're not actually working. So you can utilize the scheduling tool in any of the mail clients to get them out at an optimal time. And some of the MailChimp will select the best time for you to send it for when your people are opening it. It's a science. It's kind of cool. Collect the emails everywhere you go. Use apps. So MailChimp's got an absolutely brilliant app that you can put on your phone. So when I'm having a chat to somebody and I ask them, could they go on my mailing list because I'm just collecting emails everywhere because they are just gold, pop it on your app and instantly they, in particular my one, I've set up an autoresponder, which means they instantly get an ebook sent to them, within minutes of them putting that email into my phone, which is really cool. And, technologically wise, it works, let it work for you. And they think you're amazing because you've sent them an email and you've just been talking to them. So collect them, use the apps. Autoresponders are the bomb. Plan out, it could be, a 4-week how to declutter your kitchen drawer email. Whatever it is, be consistent and utilize the tools that are on the mail client so you can look like you're working, yet you're not. And do it, as I said, do it in conjunction with social media. There's a program called Hootsuite, HOOTSUITE, which you can use to schedule out your emails. And for example, just today, I've scheduled out 10 emails and I've set them all for 6 in the morning. At 6 in the morning, I'm teaching a class, so clearly I'm not sending emails at that time, but it looks like I am, which is kind of cool. So use technology the way it should be used. Use the autoresponders, use the apps. But if you don't know what to do with it, please ask me. I'm more than happy to have a 20-minute Skype conversation or phone conversation if you're in Australia and we can bounce some ideas about what you can send to them. And as I've said, start off small. Even if you're not ready, you start sending them out. And because my favourite saying is success is found in a place of uncertainty, it is so, so true. You will find success when you have pushed yourself out of that comfort zone. And sending emails for some people can be out of your comfort zone. You plus passion is income, which is what I stand for. I do a lot of business now with other businesses, coaching them how to get their stuff online. I've been running a lot of online courses for the last few years, and now I'm finally teaching businesses how to do the same, as well as still running my own online courses still, which is, where my passion is. So happy to share the love. Happy to answer any questions when I've posted this recording up, and I'll see you next week for the next webinar. And I've forgotten off the top of my head what I've called it, but it will be 15 minutes of quick stuff. And how's that? I've done that in 14 minutes. So if you've got any questions, flick me an email at emma@emmap.com.au or visit the website on the screen, and I will see you all online. Catch you later. Bye.